Yeah, and you've got a very cool methodology, which actually I won't spoil it. We're probably going to get you on a master.
Can we get you on a masterclass, Patrick? Come and teach our crew and go through that with us and lead
Yeah,
the people.
happy to share. Yeah.
Fantastic. Cool. I love that. That's very, very cool. So, guys, sorry I'm a couple of minutes late. It's thrown me off. I'm normally the first one in the room, letting everybody in. But Johan, thank you for holding down the fort. So, guys, Johan's been awake since 3 a.m., finishing off something pretty amazing that we're releasing out to our members in the next 10 days, which I'm very, very excited about. Working your butt off, man. I'm impressed by what's being created over there, which is great. Again, don't want to spoil the show. We can't do
I
that,
woke,
but
I woke up and chose massive action today. 3 joint ventures organized already. Let's go. It's
damn.
only
Okay, cool. What the hell have I been doing with my life? It's 7 a.m. and I've only just done an interview. What the hell, man? Come on, let's get on with it. Hey guys, thank you so much for joining us. I'm sure Johan did this, but today we have a Q&A session. We run a 4 cycle meeting with our crew here in White Label Suite. First meeting of the month, we're bringing in a guest speaker. So we're bringing in somebody external, helping us grow, helping us level up our business. Second session, we always do a tech training. So we take you through some element of either business or our own app itself, and we break that down and we build that out for you guys. Then we run a Q&A, which is this meeting this month, and that's literally your questions. What are you working on? How can we help you? And the fourth meeting of the month is what we call a hot seat session, different from a Q&A because we throw your current business scenario and challenges out to the mastermind, to the group, and there are incredibly talented, driven people here in the White Label Suite community. So that hot seat session allows you to tell us what you're working on, tell us where you're struggling, and then we throw that over to the mastermind and bring that multi-brain approach to solving individual problems, which has generated some amazing results in the past. So today being a Q&A means that if you have the Qs, we have the A's, and that means that you need to let us know what you're working on and how we can help you. So it can be Johanna, can be anything, right? Like, I mean, we've had some pretty wacky questions coming in the past. I always give like the precursor, don't ask me cooking questions. All right. If you do, I will answer. And quite frankly, you will not be pleased with the results. It's the only thing that I really stay away from. And my wife is an amazing cook, so why not turn it over to the experts? But anything else is open slather, right? So we can talk marketing, we can talk strategy, we can talk business and growth, we can talk all kinds of stuff. So if you've got a question, we'd love for you to jump in and we will unmute you and we will invite you to throw it open to us and we'll see what we can do to help and move businesses forward. To do that, you can either do what Aaron just did. Thank you, Aaron, for proving that point. So Aaron's just jumped into the chat and says, I have a question. You can do that. Or you can just use the reactions bar right down the bottom of the Zoom room, like Jared just did, and raise your hand. And that lets us know that you've got something that you'd love to throw open. So that's how to get your questions answered with us. We've got about 60 minutes. So that's the chance for Walt to shut the heck up. And let's unmute our people here and throw it over to Aaron. So I'm going to grab Aaron and ask Aaron to unmute. And let's see what we can do to help Aaron with business this morning. There we go. Aaron. Oh, I just muted you again. There we go. Try now. Done. Hey, Aaron.
Hey, how's it going? Well,
Hey, man, I'm great. Thanks so much for jumping on.
thank you very much. You guys are about to change my life. I'm really excited about this.
Brilliant.
I've got working with agency owner support to set up my account, and they're going. It's going great, and got my first salesperson today. I guess my question is, and I have not been here for many of these meetings. What kind of training is available outside the training videos that I can find on YouTube and in the sales ClickUp funnel? Because especially with the 4bot stuff, it'd be great to have some sort of some videos from my salespeople that say, okay, we have a lot on the lead spot, but this is where you can go for information to learn more about how the 4bot system works.
Right.
I've been sending them to your YouTube videos for now, but I know there might be, so I'll be quiet now. let you answer.
So I appreciate it, man. So the question is, after these 4 years of you guys being in this marketplace, where can I go to get this stuff? And specifically about the Forbot program. So there's a couple of answers for that. You stumbled onto the YouTube channel, which is a great starting point. We release pretty much everything onto that YouTube channel. All our Q&As over the last 4 years are up there, and we regularly go live with lots of different stuff as well. But there is another resource which you can tap into as a White Label Suite member. And if you go over to community.whitelabelsuite.com, are you guys seeing my screen? Am I sharing the right thing here? Johan, give me a thumbs up. Yeah, cool. All right. So community.whitelabelsuite.com,
I
and
don't,
you
you're sharing, I don't know, I'm seeing like four windows with the Zoom recording. It's a
four windows with
Coliseum.
the Zoom recording. So many monitors. Let's see if I can get this right the second time. Go with that desktop. Go with that desktop. All right. How about that? Is that better? Okay, cool. Now we've got the right one up there. All right. So, community.whitelabelsuite.com, you can come on over and dive into all of this good stuff. And specifically on the Forbot training, there's this one here, which has got, so it's called the Custom Forbot Build. It is the training that we did towards the end of last year. It's talking about how to set it up, how to create GPTs and prompts and all that kind of stuff, how to sell it, how does it all kind of work together. So there's quite a lot in there, Aaron, that might be the guiding light
Yeah.
for what you're trying to achieve. I
I've been
think
watching some of those. Yep.
you've been watching some of those? Okay, cool. So there's a great chance to get in there and find that out. So community.whitelabelsuite.com will actually, when you log in, you'll come to this screen. So it'll look like this. And the best way to get into all of the training is to take a course over here on the left. That'll dive you straight into where all of our knowledge and learning places are. And you've got courses and links up here as well. So jumping in, being able to find that stuff, community.whitelabelsuite.com is your best friend there. I think one of the things that I was chatting to our team about yesterday was that when you start going through the training, probably the best starting point is the strategy, right? It is, what are we trying to achieve? When we talk to a client about the Forbot system, it's easy to get lost in the tech, how we set up the snapshots and the prompts and the integrations and all that kind of stuff. But your clients don't care about any of that. They care about their business moving from A to B in a systemized and automated way. So when you start think about the strategy, and we do cover that in the Forbot training class. What are we trying to achieve? We're trying to help a business generate targeted leads, communicate with those leads and not drop the ball, automate the actual interaction with that client, and bring them forward to a conclusion, which from an automated point of view at the moment, AI is catching up, but the conclusion at the moment is a qualified lead booked into a salesperson's calendar. That's what we're trying to achieve with that Forbot system. So starting there and walking forward, hopefully, Aaron, that's a good
Okay.
guide for you.
Good. Yeah. Can I
Thank you,
just do a
man.
quick
Thank you for breaking
follow-up?
the ice and being the first one of our questions today.
Can I do a quick follow-up, or
Yeah,
is it
man, of
one
course. You got the
the
mic.
the support you offer with
Mhm.
the Empire program?
Yep,
Um, is that just a widget that goes in on the page?
far
How?
from it. No, the Empire program is what we call our partnership level. So we are really invested with our people at that point. We do your branding setup. We help you get all of your campaigns in place. We do provide customer support. So when you are out there building your business, one of the things that we've noticed is that you get a lot of people get bogged with supporting after the sale. And at our Empire level, that's where we take over as well. So we've trained our team over the last 4 years, and we give that on a silver platter. So in the app itself, it's in your brand, it's all set up, ready to go. One of your customers has a question. They come to first our AI, which is that widget in the corner, but you also have live human overflow support in that space as well. Our Empire clients also have a private training channel with us once a week. So there's a different level up with that Empire, but it's human support, AI support, your client support. So we're making sure we're there for you. We are not predominantly, we are solely focused on the support of the leads tool itself. So that's the customer support that we're providing. But there are other amazing groups out there like Decoders who are doing sort of GHL support and
Yeah.
tech support on that side of things. But our support team are that leads tool in your business.
Okay. Thanks a lot for your time. I'm probably
Hey, no
gonna
worries, man.
sign up for that soon. Appreciate
Fantastic.
it.
Oh, we look forward to seeing you
Okay.
come across, man.
All
That'd
right.
be great.
Thanks a
And
lot. Appreciate it.
we help you launch as well, Aaron. So
Oh
we'll
yeah,
make sure
sorry. That's a big piece of it.
you offer it well.
Yeah, sorry. The Empire Client Pack program as well gets us, myself and Johan, to turn up in your brand. So we help you launch your new business out to your tribe, your people, your followers. So we do a webinar for you. We come up. We are your tech team. So we will help you create an actual launch event, and we'll record that so it then becomes an evergreen system that you can then bring leads through continuously. Again, yeah, at the Empire program, we're investing in helping you get that up out to the marketplace and successful. Cool, awesome, thank you, Aaron. My
Yeah.
favorite Tasmanian, I think, is next. Is that
He's
Jared?
he's bringing Tim Tams.
He what? He was
Yeah.
already my favorite Tasmanian, but now, my God, now he's just leveled up. Hey, Jared, let me see if I can unmute you, bro. Hey,
There you
bro,
go.
how you doing?
I was trying to unmute myself and tell you that I'm only your favorite Tasmanian because I'm probably the only one you know it.
Well, there's only two people that live down there, so the other
That's
guy I
right.
don't like him, but you know.
So the moment
No,
you
I
said
love
that,
you,
I was
man.
like, don't know about
No,
that. No,
you
only
know what?
joking.
I'm just going to give Jared Holmes here. So I'm going to give Jared a shout out because there are a lot of people that move in our circles, and there are people that take massive action forward. And Jared, you are definitely in that second category. Jared, CEO of Boulder Digital, working with incredible clients around the world. Dude, there's very few people that put me to shame from an action point of view, and I would classify you in that. You're a huge action taker, man, and you have massive respect from me.
Thanks, man. I love that. Oh well, what's the name? Ditto, because you guys have been doing this for ages, and I've just been loving what you guys do. And V1 compared to whatever V we're up to of the software now, right? It
Oh,
looks
dude, you should see
completely
what's
different.
coming. You
Oh,
should see what's
like
coming.
I
Oh
imagine
my
we're
God.
bringing. Are you bringing this out at the SaaSpreneur event?
No,
Is that when you're going to announce it?
we no, it's much bigger. It's so well, guys, what we're working on, and we'll call it, I guess, V3, with multiple
There we
iterations in
go. We
between.
got him talking about it, everyone.
Jared,
It's
you've
actually
you've done it. You've done it.
the
Um,
but go on.
we're optimizing. So let me just go like this. We're optimizing for usage, right? So if you guys have been with me and Johan for a little while, you'll know that we have this little frustration where we go, I've got like draw a line down the middle of the page, and on the right hand side of the page, I've got all these amazing success stories and testimonials from people who have used our program and opened up massive new markets. On the right hand side, that testimonial folder is just, it's my warm blanket. I love it. It's amazing. And on the left hand side on that same page, we have people churning out. And when we ask them, oh, how come you're leaving us? They answer almost categorically with, yeah, I just wasn't using it. And I go, I don't get it. The people who are using the program are getting massive results. And the people over here aren't using the program and aren't getting massive results. There's something in that for me. So this is something that we're concentrating on, and it's important for you guys because it's your brand. And you want people to stick with your program so that they continue to pay you, right? So we want to optimize for usage. And what that means is making it easier for people to get inside the tool and intuitively know what to do. So there's one part of it where we're redesigning the flow of how your clients will use the tool. And there's another part of it which is super exciting for me, and it allows them to kind of build their own use cases on the fly. And I'll see if I can give you an example. Just kind of cat out of the bag, you know, I can't show you the screens right now, even though they're well and truly in development. But if I have a scenario where I need to find CEOs in a local area, and then I need to analyze the social media of all those CEOs, and from that analysis, pick the three people that are most likely to convert, and to those three people, write a detailed, structured proposal offering my services, and then tag them on social media, and then push them into the CRM, that would be a unique use case that would make this tool more valuable. So one of the questions that Kyle and I were working on early on a Saturday morning, we're now you've got leads, so what? Right? And when we're talking about the leads tool to people, a lot of the time we see them kind of hit this resistance wall. It's like, awesome. Wow, look at all these amazing leads. Holy crap, I've got so much work to do now that I've got this list in front of me. I don't even know where to start, right? So, what we're trying to do is make it easier for your clients to answer the what next question. So we're building functionality into the program. I'm super excited about it. That's optimizing for usage and letting your clients build their own pathway. So they don't answer that or they don't come up against that so what question. They literally build the answer inside of the app and let that roll through. And of course, consume credits, which you're making margins on. So we're optimizing, get them to use it easier, better, quicker, get them to build their own journey of a lead so that it's answering that what's next question, and at the same time consume more credits so that you're getting paid more. That's what we're working on. There you go, Jared.
Mic drop. Mic drop. I
It's
think
not done yet. It's
it.
not done yet, but it's taken shape. We're really excited about it.
Still drop it next week at the SaaSpreneur event and be like, by the
Sure,
way, guys.
man, because releasing untested software is a great idea. Let's do that.
No, that's so cool, man, because you know, with the leads tool, I ran into the exact same problem. I was like, this is connecting people with ideal people they want to work with. And then they're like, oh, this is great, I've got leads. And then we started to see people cancel in the early days. And it's like, why on earth are they canceling? What's going on here? And then same thing, oh, I'm just not using it. And so our catch, and this is what worked so well for us when we're running the webinars for it, is we then made the email copy. We then had the trigger links, pipelines, and everything in there. And then the landing page, we just custom valued the heck out of. So, you know, everything on it was basically edited with a custom value. But the onboarding of that made it so much easier for me and the team. Like you're talking about, I think we brought in 26 people in a little under 2 months to use the leads tool. But if we didn't do that, we wouldn't have the retention that we've been able to keep. Like we've actually had really good retention, and we've had 6 people drop off out of that 26, and they've all got genuine reason. Like, you know, one was like where they just had damages from the cyclone that was coming through, and then there was other people that had health issues or money issues. So, you know, everyone had really valid reason that did pull out, but the rest of them, you know, we jump on a call every Friday at lunch. We jam it out. We talk about what they're doing, where they're trying to get to, and they fully get what they're trying to do with the system.
And 20 people paying you monthly. I mean, that's an amazingly beautiful start to a peaceful business ownership. You know, I think,
100%.
man, I feel, Johan, you and I have talked about this a lot. Like the creation of recurring income, the creation of, you know, what GHL talks about is that SaaSpreneur lifestyle. And I think, you know, from an entrepreneur's perspective, you cannot believe the peace that you feel when you start the month with all your expenses paid.
Mm.
You know, like, and that only comes with building a recurring income model. And again, like that's what we pride ourselves on, is working with entrepreneurs and saying, let's build something that is scalable, not for the reason of the vanity metric, but for the reason of now you're free. Now you can go and create what you really want to create and be the artist that we know you are, because all your expenses are covered by your recurring income. And now everything after that is joy. You know, that's what I love about this.
Yeah, me too, man. Because the other part of that is a lot of people jumped on with the leads tool, but now, you know, we've gone from some of them jumping in at $97 a month, and now they're on $997 a month. And so if you look at that, you know, you've 10 times, but you've been able to show value early, you've been able to get results fast, and then you're able to go, like, for them, they're like, well, what else have you got? What's next? What else are we able to implement? You know, and then all of a sudden you know, throwing map systems and stuff like that in front of them, and growing off that. Like, it's just been an awesome chain reaction. And then the fulfillment side has been a really interesting one coming into the GHL space as well. You know, so as you guys know, we fulfill with you guys, and we've got more and more people that are going, I need to know the guy. I need to know the guy to help with fulfillment. So we're coming up to Sydney, or I'm coming up to Sydney, all the way from Little Tasmania. So it's a big journey for me. It's like a hobbit, traveling to Mordor.
I'm going on
But
an adventure.
I'm going on an adventure. I'm leaving Tasmania. What
I
happens
like the
once I
fact that you
cross those
reference Sydney
waters?
as Mordor for the geeks among us. Like, if you've never been to Sydney, it's got that big central tower. It's like you take a screenshot of Sydney. It's got the eye in the middle. You're in the right space.
So what I'm doing is I'm heading up
to rule them all. Oh my God, I'm geeking out.
Exactly. So excited to catch up with you guys and meet a bunch of people there. What I'm doing is I'm trying to get some shirts made really quickly. So I've done this last minute, but I want to get some shirts made because up on the wall you can't see it. But back when Kerwin Ray and I were working together, he got me to put a big Snapchat logo on my shirt, and so people could then connect with me that way, and then form a following. And so I want to have a QR code on my shirt so I can build out a following. Oh, well, not a following, build out. Yes, exactly like that. So that we can basically build out a list to try and get in touch with more people up there to see how we can help them as a fulfillment partner. And I'm sure that Johan's going to be doing a lot of handshaking and introducing me to people like he does. So I'm looking forward to that. So I will bring the Tim Tams guys on that note. But one of the things that I've got is, one, I've got to try and shoot those shirts out. But the other thing that I'm doing at the minute, which I haven't spoken to you about, Walt, but I have touched on this with Johan, is I always admired the event that you guys put on, the summit. And I went, one day I'm going to do that. There's a need for that somewhere, and I want to be able to do it. And so I decided, after running two physical events, or being part of two physical events here in Tassie, that I'm going to now run an event just like you guys have done. But we've called it the Tasmanian Business Hub. And the aim is to connect Tasmanians with more experts in fields to be able to connect. Because what I found is the gap is a lot of people in business have like 3 or 4 really good go-to people that can help them out with things. But then outside of that, they tend not to know the guy to do this or the lady to do that. And so I want to try and help Tasmanians connect on a better level to be able to break that out. So my question, because I know so many amazing people outside of Tasmania, and I know next to no one in Tasmania apart from the people that I've helped like over the last 10 years, what would you guys say your approach was with trying to find people to be part of that event? What did that conversation look like? And then was there conversations of showing up for a fee? Was there talking about affiliation deals for like the VIP that you guys offered on the back of that? I guess I'm just trying to work out that part, because the rest I've spoken about to Johan and I kind of get, but I'm just trying to work out the approach for next steps.
I'll break it down for you step by step. It took us a month to put that together, but just before we do, get Jacob on. Jacob, have you left or are you still here?
Jacob's still here. So I just saw Jacob. Jared, I'm going to come back to you, but Jacob's just said, I've got to go. Can you help me? So let's see.
Yeah,
No, you're good. You're good.
Hey,
I just realized I can answer my own question on the site, so I'm gonna go do that.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, happy to help, man.
No, we're good. We're good. Because you guys are talking, I'm just like, man, like all these things, all these changes, it's evident that like it's has changed since when I first bought. I'm one of those guys that like almost left because I'm not using it, right? Like, so I'm just like, man, he's screaming at me right now. So
Get it in there, man.
I gotta get back in there. I don't think like when I first got it, I was like not sure what I got it for other than to get free leads, right? Or whatever. Like I was on the whatever plan from Texas, I think it was. And so I was like doing that. And I was like, okay, this could be cool. And then I just like got introduced to it, got like set up on the very most basic, like, brain power of level and, setting it up. And I just kind of have forgotten about it. And since then, clearly there's been some upgrades. And so I'm just going to go back in and just relearn everything.
Back in, man. Jump straight in. I think
probably touch base with Aaron, and see what he's up to as well.
Nice.
See what I can
That's
do.
a great way to go. Look at that collab. I love that. Like, guys, this is such a cool community. So Jacob, if you do have to jump, like there's probably 2 trainings that I would say will open an unlocked vault for you. one we did a couple of weeks ago, we revisited the reason we got started, which was that free leads. We revisited that as an agency owner with our 20 free leads training. So the whole point of owning a white label suite license is to grow your business, right? And so that 20 free leads training is the best way to use this tool as an asset to grow business, bring people in, and then upsell them, as Jared was just saying, from 97 to 997 to on and above. That 20 free leads training is your strategy piece. What the heck do I do with this software program other than just, find CEOs to talk to myself? So that training would be number one that I'd recommend. And the other one, strangely, that I'll recommend is the one where I talk about the AI assistant and how to work with the AI assistant, because it's almost like, yeah, but that's not finding leads. Exactly. It takes this tool away from, hey, I can find a list of landscape gardeners in my local city, to, wait a second, did I just see that I can run a complete SEO analysis at scale for 50 businesses at a time and provide them with a report that they can then book in with me and get me to implement? Oh my God, yes, I can do that. So the AI assistant training might just go, wow, I didn't realize I could do that in this program, and how that's going to help me make money. So start with 20 free leads training from a couple of weeks ago. It's on our YouTube channel, and then get into the AI assistant training, because when you realize what that can do, you can then start to go to a business and go, hey, here's how I can do this for you. Do you want a hand to set it up? And let them, answer that question and get paying with you. So I'd recommend those two.
Okay.
Jump in,
Yeah,
man.
that's
Jump in.
good.
You're in a fortunate position. You know that anybody coming into White Label Suite right now is paying a heck of a lot more than you did. So jump in. You've got the best. Whatever plan you're on, guys, is the best plan you'll ever be on. Go in there and see how to turn it into some cash, man. Cool. Jacob, wishing you well, bro. Wishing you well. Thank you so much for jumping in. I'm just gonna
Thanks,
grab.
guys. See ya.
See you, man. Good to see you.
You're
Cool.
going to say something? And then I was going to jump into Jared's question.
Yeah, let's get Jared back on and answer the event question. By the way, for those of you who are on the call, this little strategy is not for Jared. This little strategy is for you. Because what we found by running an event is so impactful that I absolutely invite you to put a big bullet point on your page right now and just write the word event. Because when you can invite key people to a forum, you become the expert that brought everyone together, and you get a space on your own stage. You get to invite your ideal clients into a room, and you own the database. All right? Johan and I talked about this before. We got invited to speak on a stage, and we were so excited. We're up at midnight doing our presentation, getting everything ready. We turned up on this stage and we went, these are not our customers. This is not my room. We kind of fell flat, right? And then we went, you know what? I don't want to be the guest on somebody else's stage unless, they're the right people, but I get to build my own rooms now. I get to create my own customer. Like, who do I want in the room? Like, invite them and get key people to stand on stage so that your authority goes through the roof, all right? And you get a spot. You can have, for example, Billie Jean's coming down to Sydney, one of my own personal marketing heroes. We get to stand on stage next to Billie Jean. But when we did the High Level Expert Summit 12 months ago now, right, we got to stand on stage with like Andy Audate and Rob Bailey and Sean from High Level. And like, you get to build your own stage. So this is not for Jared, even though Jared's been the one that's opened up the question. So he's going to get the personalized answer, hint, right? But this is for you. Think about it. How can I build my own room? Use the leads tool to fill the room, right? Use the influencer tool to put the people on the stage, all right? And you get to own the audience, own the stage, and turn up and wave your flag. Pretty huge, Mr. Yohan.
Thanks, man. Guys, so how did necessity is the mother of all invention. Yeah. Is that the saying? What's the saying?
That's saying, that's right? That's exactly right.
So guys, this happens. And a year ago, we had some major stuff happen in White Label Suite. I was away for 6 months of the year. Walt and I went through a massive There was three of us. Now there's only two of us, which is the best thing that ever happened to us. But at that point in time, it was the worst thing. And so we were not in a good position at that point in time. Like we're talking mentally and stuff. I've never woken up and not been able to go to work. Like I love what I do. This time, every time I woke up, it was not that good. I was like, oh no, I don't want to. Because every time I wake up, money gets made, right? And when you're splitting, you're paying out a lot of money. Anyway, that's a little bit of background. So we came back in 6 months. We were missing. We were missing from our community. We were missing from the Go High Level space. We were not here. And so we said, okay, we need to make a big splash. How do we make a big splash? Let's make a big splash by having a big event. Like events always bring people together. It rallies the community to you. And so, Jared, you asked me, how did we get the speakers? It comes down to values. So our values is anyone can see here. Patrick's on here, and I'm sure he's analyzing every little micro expression that we have and every word that we're saying. And it comes down to values, right? It's people who are here to give, people who are here to share, people who want to better other people. There was not one person on there who was all about let me go and pilfer and take as much money as I can from this community. None of those were on here. So when you find the right people, the conversation that we had was, hey, this is what we're trying to do. This is why we're trying to do it. The database that gets built from this gets shared amongst everybody. You get to shine. You get to show people what you do. The ecosystem is so big that people need to know what you do. There's people coming in all day, every day who watch those trainings a year later and still come to us going, oh my God, that was amazing, right? So you've got legacy, you've got a long tail asset that continues to keep sending you people all day, every day. So the first thing was values, finding the right people. Once we had the right people, then we broke it down into what they're going to learn. So we had, was it 2 days or 3 days? Well, I forgot.
It was three.
3 days. It was 3 days, 8 hours a day. It was midnight our time, midnight till 8 in the morning. We were finished. By the end of those 3 days, not me, but Walt definitely lost his voice, and because he's the master host, right? And what a great job, even with the hosting. Actually, that's a good thing. The the way Walt makes people feel when they are doing the introductions, etc., they are standing on a mountain ready to conquer anything. And so that research about the people when you're introducing them makes a massive difference. So that's how we found the right people. Values, we made sure that they were aligned. We made sure that they knew what the event was about, and so that they were ready to promote the event because they were getting something out of it as well. You asked me about ticket sales. So ticket sales, we had an affiliate agreement. Back end sales, we had an affiliate agreement on the back end sales as well, so that everyone was always, anybody who's referring anyone, you're making money. That's how the online world works. Any links that you're clicking, somebody's making money somewhere. What other specific questions do you have? And I will answer all of them for you. Yeah, that's right, Kyle. We had 200 people every hour for 3 days straight. It was nuts.
I think there's a massive success piece there that you missed, dude. And I was talking to Andy Audate about this the other day because Andy's running his own event. And again, from learning about it with a high level expert event, which is really cool. He said to me, he asked me if you had a silver bullet to make that event a success, what would it have been? And I answer categorically, 100% without a doubt, was creating a social media pack for all of our speakers. Without a doubt, that was one of the best things we ever did. We had our own graphics team with a template, and they would highlight a specific speaker. They would create a bunch of different social views and posts and whatever, and we packaged it all together and delivered it to the speakers. And that allowed them to look like superstars, post on social media with zero effort, and of course that drove a lot of people back into the event itself. So creating those, yeah, the email swipes, we literally gave them a kit. Welcome on board. Can't wait to highlight you and feature you on the High Level Expert Summit. Super excited to have you with us to make this a big splash for you. Here's a whole kit that we've created just for you. It was the email swipes of what to send to the database with all the dates and times, the graphic images that they could just literally share on Insta and Facebook and all of their different platforms. And it made their job of promoting the event easy. And there's a really big key there. When you're running an event, you can fill the room and it's bloody hard, right? Ask anybody that does it for a living that it's a grind to fill an event, right? But Johan gave the tip of the affiliate program, right? So we were doing it was different reasons we did the play, but we did tickets for $1 and then upsold the recordings for 297 in the background. And we did good money, like 50K kind of good money and on the back end of the sales. But what was really interesting was the affiliates, being the speakers, have the databases, right? So we invited people that are aligned with our audience and they had databases. So we made it easy for them to promote. So we got the speaker kit in their hand. They hit send, brought their people. All right. We made a big deal out of them. They looked great. And we filled the room. We had, yeah, I think 2,000 people register for that event. And as we said, 200 people showing up every hour on the hour was absolutely amazing. So, but having that speaker kit was a massive, massive box to tick. So when you do your events, guys, make it all about your speakers, make them the superheroes, and they will do a lot of the heavy lifting for you.
And on that page, we had their name with their link. So it would be whitelabelsuite.com/Jared. And they could just send everybody to that link. It was a pretty link. It was an affiliate link. And so they knew that that's the email. That's
Pixels
the,
on the
they just,
page.
what
And
did
we
you say?
had pixels on the page. Pixels, 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 pixels.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah. Any other questions, Mr. Jared?
No, that's summarized that. I guess I've got one tech question, Johan, which probably I just want to throw at Walt just because I know I've thrown it at you. And we're kind of like, we don't know.
Go, Walt.
All right. Can I share my screen quickly, Walt?
Is
that
this
fine?
about your real estate client?
Yeah, go.
No,
Oh, okay.
no, but thank you. That's also good to know that we're talking about that as well. Let me send a request.
Actually,
So this
on your real estate client, whatever you're about to show me, I do not know, but this is a really great opportunity for you guys to hear me say something rare. Okay, it's important to say no when it's not a good fit. Right. And your real estate client example, Jared, that is looking for deduplication of the data and 50,000 records and finding out home addresses from the import of an email address.
that
That's the
might be
client.
someone else.
It might be somebody else. Okay, so let me just preface that in case we've got somebody that we're working with on a support ticket at the moment who's asked us. I've got a real estate agent. It's Rory. It's Rory. Apologies. So I've got a real estate client. He's got 50,000 names and email addresses on a spreadsheet. He wants to be able to import it into the system, let the system enrich the data and come back with names and addresses of our people. And the answer there is not a good fit. Like you have to be able to say, you know what? In this particular case, I could spend the next 6 months trying to bend it, but I'm still not going to end up with a happy client. I'm better off to say, not really our specialty. Move on to the people who you can help. Sorry, not you, Jared. Rory, other Australian.
But it's great, mate, because I remember those growth pains when I first jumped onto the system and trying to get real estate agents to somehow make it work on here in all kinds of beautiful, wonderful ways and stuff like that. And I just went, you know what? There is just a ton of other people that could use this. So I just leaned.
There are great strategies for real estate agents, but finding individuals' names and physical addresses of their homes, not our world.
Makes it hard. Yeah, 100%. I just want to show you this quickly because I know we're running out of time and no doubt other people are going to have amazing questions. Let me know when you can see that.
Got it?
Yep. So voice AI, right? So this is a page we've quickly put together that we're getting out in front of people going through here. And then we've got a voice AI agent that's on here. I came across this website, which it proclaims that it's using high level and closed-bot and things like that, but it's not. It's different. Reason why I like it though is I've seen this used in other places. And rather than having a click to call, they've got this cool little brain thing that you can click on and have a conversation with it directly through the website. I was wondering if you knew how to do that because I feel like that would be a better alternative for people that are coming through to my landing page to interact with that rather than a click to call.
It's a very cool thing. It's Synthflow. And instead of being a standard agent on Synthflow, you are setting up an interactive agent. And it is it acts in the same way. You upload a knowledge base. I'm just logging into Synthflow as I'm talking this through. So it acts in the same way. You literally upload your knowledge base and you upload and you upload your system. Here we go. There it is. All right. It's called a widget inside of Synthflow. So when you click on create a new agent, so this is the Synthflow database, you guys, interface. So I've just clicked on create a new agent, and then I clicked on start from scratch, and I'm working with a widget. That's the piece that you're talking about. So the widget allows you to create an embedded database, and it creates it as a live conversation chat system on the page, exactly what you just showed there with the guys that you were referencing. So let me just see if I've got a widget, my widget agent. That's the one I just created a moment ago.
We had that onboarding one that we had. Well,
Yeah,
one of
that's
the
what I'm
ones.
just looking for to see if I've got it still live.
Do you know if you can do this on high level, Walt?
Mate, it's an embeddable widget that can go on any. Um, there it is. That's the
Oh,
one.
sorry. Let me reframe that. Um, is it something where you can use Go High Level and a widget within that? Because
Yeah.
if that's the case, I'll hunt it down and I'll just use a widget from Go High Level because we're using an assistant on that basis from High Level. We've
Yep.
got Simplo as well, but we're using a high level bot for that one at
Yeah,
the
so
minute.
this embeds on any HTML page, Jared. So literally on whether it's high level or whether it's WordPress or whether it's ClickFunnels or whatever it is, if you've got HTML, literally what you're doing is dragging on a code block
Mm.
onto the HTML page, and then you're embedding they just give you a script, and this gives you an understanding of kind of what we're talking about here. So I'll just see if I can haven't haven't run this one for a little while. We were using this as an onboarding tool, which was really super cool. Hi, let's start our onboarding conversation. If I can get this going on.
Hi there.
I'd just like to ask about what I need to do to get started.
Absolutely. First off, thank you for choosing to work with us as an elite level customer. I'm here to guide you through the onboarding process. Could I start by getting your name, please?
Sure, this is Walt.
Great to meet you, Walt. Just to confirm, did I hear your name correctly?
Yes, you sure did.
Awesome, Walt. Could you please share the email address linked to your account so we can verify?
Right. So that can be embedded on the screen, and that kind of, you know, blue circle can be configured however you want it to be. But again, it's just setup. So if you guys can see my screen here, it's literally just choosing the voice, getting the call configuration going on. So you're setting up the thing, and then this is what drives everything. It's the prompt. Hey, blah blah blah. This is an onboarding call. Initiate the call, confirm their name back to them. So you just heard it do that. Did I hear your name correctly? Great. Ask for their email address. So we're building a script that we want that embedded AI agent to follow. And what's happening in the background is it's capturing the call, the conversation, the information, and it can feed all of that back into GHL as well. So, Jared, it's Synthflow. See if I got Jared still.
I think he dropped off, but all good. Hey, guess what?
He's logging into Synthflow right now to get that set up. Let's see.
Aaron, I see that you've just signed up to be an Empire client. Congratulations.
Hey, Aaron's on board. Well done. Fantastic, man. Great to have you with us. Super cool.
Let's get all that happening quick. All
That is
right, guys,
very
welcome. And guys, any other questions that we can help you guys with?
Yeah, we've got 13 minutes left. Let's see. Patrick is in the house. Let me see. Patrick. We lost Jared, but hopefully that was a helpful little thing for Jared anyway. Patrick, hey man, how you doing?
Hi, Walt. Nice to meet you. I signed on 2 weeks ago because I was trying to get this going quickly to pitch to some people, but technical difficulties on all ends, so that didn't really help. I'm trying to, and don't expect you to go through this here, but maybe there's places to send me how to start. I'm trying to figure out, first of all, how to work getting the leads. Then I got to set up this connection with Go High Level. I got to set up the AI agents to the connecting with people. And I sign up on the basic license at the moment to sort of experience, because I'm guessing most of my clients would sign on at that level. So without the extra added help, how to get this going and set up. And I haven't found it so easy up to this
Okay.
point. So
So
if you could send me in the right direction, that'd be great.
definitely, definitely. So I think if I remember correctly, I saw your name come across the desk at the Prospect Falcon level, which is our retail version of what you guys have to sell. It's what your clients sign up for, that lead gen program on its own. Is that right?
Yeah, the
You jumped
base
in.
level.
All right, great. So, where can I lead you to walk you through what I will show you? And this is for the agents on the call. This is embedded or available for our Empire clients. We set this up, but this is also available for you guys at any level to set this up yourself. So I'm going to go to prospectfalcon.com/onboarding, and I am going to walk you through this one, Patrick. So
And
hopefully
is
you
this something
have.
that's available to my clients as well, or you're just sort of handing
Yeah,
this out
so we give you the templates to do this. If you when you sign up as a white label suite level, we give you the templates to set this up for yourself. When you sign up at the Empire level, we set all this up for you. So when you're starting with us at white label suite, you will have this as a snapshot. If you're using GHL, it will instantly be set up and ready to go. But we also give you all of the videos and the steps to make this happen. So, but this is where for you to get started with the program, this is the screen that you probably saw, and you can get into the software straight away here. And the onboarding will literally walk you through a step by step. So first we register, we make sure we have the client's information on. And then it literally just has a cool, do this next, 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 next. So we go, cool, what's our next step? Next step. And it will walk you through each setup step within Prospect Falcon. We have this also in the app itself. There's an onboarding section inside of the app. So in the background for the geeks and for the agents that are here with us, there's also a snapshot inside of your GHL that will track your clients through the onboarding setup and prompt them if they get stuck. So there's quite a few steps in here, but let
Let
me
me
see if I can show you that one
start
as
in.
well.
Let me
Yeah, jump
interrupt
in.
you. Patrick, are you a white label suite client or a Prospect Falcon client? Your white label
White
suite
Label Street.
basic, yeah. So white label suite basic because you want to show it to the coaches, etc. And so Patrick's set up on that. And what Walt was just showing you is the Prospect Falcon, which would be under your brand.
Yep.
All the videos, everything is under your brand. So they would get that walkthrough under your brand.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
good.
so maybe I've steered you wrong there, Patrick. Patrick Van der Broek, there we go. Yeah, okay. Apologies. So you have signed up, yeah, basic level with white label suite. All right, cool. So same link, same system. It's also in the app, but it's whitelabelsuite.com/onboarding.
Yeah, okay. I think yeah.
Whitelabelsuite.com/onboarding. And that will again help you get set up step by step with setting up your own connection to GHL, creating your first lists, adding in your Stripe account, creating your packages for sale. All of that kind of stuff should be there and visible for you with onboarding. If you get stuck, of course, yeah. So whitelabelsuite.com/onboarding will bring you to the same system for White Label Suite itself. And the welcome steps are here. Let me just grab that. So our welcome steps, again, we're registering to get involved and getting all of that going on. Hang on, I've got my help system there. And yeah, it'll walk you through the setup. So whitelabelsuite.com/onboarding is your path forward. And inside of the app as well, Patrick, down the bottom right-hand corner, which you just saw scrolling there when I was showing, is our team on standby. So if you get stuck, you can just click and it'll actually know what page you're on inside of the app. It'll give you some AI suggestions with how to help, but our team are there live as well. So you might say, hey, I can't quite figure this out. And the team are right onto it there with the in-app bottom right-hand corner. That's our help functionality there as well. But yeah, whitelabelsuite.com/onboarding is your best starting point.
Okay. And do you have any, because I've been playing with it myself to try and generate lists. And so yesterday I typed in business brokers and I got a list with no business brokers in it. So obviously I'm doing something wrong.
Okay.
So have you got somewhere videos as examples of, because I'm trying to, get to a point where I can confidently show this to someone.
Sure.
I'll
Yeah,
probably re-record my own videos of how this stuff works.
Yeah.
But
and that's a great way to go.
aggressive.
That's a great way to go. So there's one of the videos which is called I think it's called the three methods of search or something like that. Actually talks about how to use the different search processes. And there's another one which is called expanding your search, and that talks about different ways that the software will respond. So, for example, if you're and answering that specific question, so let me jump into the interface here and kind of have a look at business brokers and some of the different things there. So in the expanding your search, let me share my screen video. What I talk about is the words you use will change the results you get. So if I come into a search, if were you looking at, do you know if it was a company search or a people search or
People search.
people search? Okay, cool. So in the people search, there's a couple of different ways that you could run that search, and the description field is what people put on their profile, right? So it's a really interesting thought, even as I say it out loud, that I don't have white label suite on my profile. So if I was looking, so people might say, I'm looking for white label suite, they wouldn't find me there, but they would find father of two, taekwondo black belt, all that kind of stuff. But if you use the advanced filters here and we come down and say, okay, in our job title, if I looked for business broker as an example, give it a second just to.
I put business broker on the top, and so I got brokers.
Yeah, right. Okay. So this one might give you better results. So business broker advisor, business broker insurance broker, like lots of different I guess variations of business brokers showing up there. And then we can choose a location or, do all that kind of stuff. So whereabouts are you based, Jacob? Patrick, sorry.
Melbourne.
Melbourne. Okay, cool. So with Melbourne specifically, we've got South Melbourne, North Melbourne. Let me go with that. South Melbourne, just for an example. All right. So we go South Melbourne, Victoria, business brokers. Let's go. And field is required. So let me just type that in there. And now we go. Okay, let me see if I can fine tune this down a little bit. South Melbourne business broker.
And just to clarify, because I was reading your website, these searches don't cost you credits. It's when you click the ones you want and get more stuff, that's when you're
in the people search, that's right. Yeah, exactly. If you're looking business brokers here, I might actually suggest we go in the company search as a starting point. So if we've got business brokers here, and again, we go South Melbourne, you might find a different way of reaching the same people. So let me drop them into a list here. And we'll let this take a run. And from here, once you have the business brokers in a company list, then you can enrich the people behind the scenes using the enrich button, which I'll show you in a second. So this will gather us up some business brokers. Give it another second or two. There we go. Okay, so now we've got business brokers, business brokers, business brokers, business brokers. We're in the right sort of space, and we can expand this search out just by looking in. So I might say, okay, let me drag my little dot over here into the Glen Waverley kind of space and run my search again. It'll generate more. So I can use my geo mapping to kind of generate more and more and more results. Also, in the expand your search training, what I talk about is this button down the bottom left, which is simply load more. So once I've gotten the right information here, I can just come down and go load more, keep on loading these results into my list. And from here, so now we're starting to get company details, websites, phone numbers, locations. Going over to the list itself, we'll start to see that those results are going to be enriched. So we'll start to get the email addresses as they're coming through. And from here, we can say, okay, you know what? This is the right kind of business. Find me more like this. So I want similar businesses in the same location, for example. So I won't go through the search, but you'll be able to expand out by just hitting the similar button. This is the right kind of person. Find me more like this. And if you find the person that you're looking for here, for example, so Gloria is the owner, I can hit the little enrich button and I can do a little bit more digging specifically on that person. Find me their personal email address, find me their social media contacts. So my enrich button will go deep into one specific person at that location. So that might be a better methodology, is to go, here's the companies that do business broking. Here's how I can drill in into on the individuals using that function. Does that help?
Yeah, that helps. All right.
Fantastic. Great. And yeah, once you start to get this information through here, now you're getting the right person at that operation. You can dive deep into them if you choose to. So yeah, starting with the company search to find the like the bigger picture, and then dialing into the individuals from there.
Okay, appreciate it.
No worries. Cool.
Great. Thank you, Mr. Patrick. And hit me up if you have any questions. Well, Robbie C's got a question for you there.
Robbie C. Let's go, Robbie C.
Last question.
There we go. That's the snapshot. Cool. I'm just catching up on the.
Yeah.
Great. So Robbie's asking about. Yeah. So let's see if we can we unmute Robbie just to ask. So Robbie's asking a tech question about, hey, we're not using GHL. Can we hook into another platform? Yes, in the integrations, you can set up a webhook for anything there, Zapier, all that kind of stuff. And there was another question.
I expect the cost to be if if I had 1,000 lead list with name and email only and use the lead enrichment.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So if we're looking for companies, it'll be 1 credit per result. So one company, as we just saw with that demonstration I gave Patrick, one company was one business broker. And that one company, we got their socials, we got all of their employee emails, we got their employee count, name, address, phone number, all of that kind of stuff. That's 1 credit per result at the company level. At the people level, if you want to go deep, it's 2 credits, I think, if you're doing the in lead enrichment per person. So if you're looking for personal results, you're looking at 2 credits. And if you're looking at lead enrichment via the people search itself, you're diving into a whole nother level, and you're looking at 3 credits per record there. So you've got multiple different layers depending on what kind of information you're getting coming back. But every time you're in there, it'll show you how many credits you're using. At a company level, 1 credit per result. One result, it might have 10 people that work at that company, but it's still 1 credit. No worries, no worries. Awesome, Robbie. Easy done. Hey guys, so Q&A. Hopefully it's been helpful for you guys. We've had 20 odd people on coming out. You guys are all odd, me included. 20 odd people here. Hopefully it's been helpful. We do this every single week, but one of the things that I do always say is you don't need to wait a week to ask a question. As we just said, our whole team is right there in the app with you at any point. So jump in, ask a question, find out what you need. We pay our team a lot of money to be there for you. So make use of them and jump in there. But of course, come back in. You never know what you're going to hear. The people in this community are amazing and doing incredible things. And just like we talked about with Jared there, it might be one comment about an event that makes you go, whoa, that's the lever I needed to pull to change my business. So turn up to the Q&As. Next week's session is what we call the hot seat. So bring along, here's the rules of the hot seat. You got to tell us what you're working on. Tell us a challenge that you're facing, and then we will throw that open to the group. And you get the benefit of the mastermind, incredible business owners, entrepreneurs, the drivers and the go-getters to stand behind you and come up with ideas that will help you move the needle. Mark, QR codes on t-shirts are great. All of the printing companies do them these days. Just upload a high def QR code as an image, and they'll print it for you without a question. Guys, thank you so much. From Johan and myself, dude, do you want to sign off here?
I'm all good. I got to go take the kids to school. Thank you,
Go
everyone.
and do that. Entrepreneur. Guys, we love you. Thank you so much for being part of our world. We enjoy being part of yours, and we'll see you on the next video, on the next training, on the next podcast, out and about in the Facebook group. Love having you guys with us. Catch you soon.